Dan here, the Speed Shop, Camaro edition. So we worked on this thing last, well, I'm gonna say a week or so. Not, well, 10 days, but not solid. Getting it prepped for a perfect paint job. We have, I ordered up this Poppy's Patina satin black hot rod paint, and that's what this thing is gonna go. So ultimately it'll kind of be similar to, you know, the original coating of these aftermarket panels. We've gone through the whole thing, kind of scuffed it all up. We got some high build primer in a few spots. Really, the car should look pretty good. I mean, the gaps are terrible. These fenders and doors, they came with the car, and they're probably 8 to 10 years old, which is fine. They're not rusty or anything, but they've been moved, they've been traveled, they've been all that. So they have some dents in them here and there. So I think we're gonna find some of that stuff. We have the hood off because I actually painted it in the previous video. Kind of just to see how it's going to go, how this paint is. And I'm an amateur of amateur painters. I might paint 2 or 3 things a year, if that. And every time I paint something, it's there's all this pressure, which I hate. But if you can kind of get the first coat out of the way, or you set the gun up, or see how it's going to go, or if you have any problems, I enjoy doing that. So I did the hood to kind of, you know, get the juices flowing. But ultimately, yeah, you know, if it's got like a metallic color or something like that, that's just not in the cards. So we have that all dialed. Now the car is prepped. I came out early this morning, I sanded the back where I'd left it. We hadn't got the tail pan sanded, but it's as sanded as it's gonna be at this point. So the next steps are we gotta clean the car out, all the junk off. You know, I've been using it as a storage unit, so obviously get everything out of here. I mean, that's for the car, but get it all out, you know, kind of vacuum it, do whatever we got to do. And we got to clean the garage up. I think we have a couple cars out back, unfortunately, but if we move those, I'm thinking I'll just push this thing out, blow it out real good, sweep everything up really good, all that sort of stuff. We can kind of wipe it down with some wax and grease remover, or, you know, whatever, thinner, something like that, to get all as much junk as we can out of it. We'll start masking it, and we'll put some color on this thing. Black shade. We'll put some shade on this thing. I'm not sure if I should put it up on jack stands. It's kind of a catch-22. I could set the lift up, but I really don't want to do that. I'm lazy. Mostly so I don't want to get paint all over the wheels and tires, but I don't want to get it too high because then it's hard to get the roof to paint. But if it's a little higher, it's easier to get the rockers. So, you know, we got issues. Anyway, that's the plan. So let's get the camera set up, and we'll just do a little fast motion cleaning. So it'll be like, you know, a minute and a half, and this thing will be ready to be pushed outside. But in reality, it'll be an hour. Story of my life. But today's gonna be a good day. I'd like to have color in this thing before lunch. Let it set up for a couple hours, and we can kind of demask it. Maybe we can start putting some glass in it, make it look like a car. And then ultimately, put it away, because motor, transmission are coming home. We gotta start putting all that stuff together, and then slide it in, and we'll have like a hot rod in a hurry. Well, I vacuumed as much out as I could. I'm gonna blow it all off, but when you blow it off, it just gets dust friggin' everywhere. But if you can kind of vacuum up the majority of it, I think you're further ahead. I really forget how much work I did on this thing. Like, everything is friggin' new and covered in dust. So we got that. We'll push this thing outside. Man, the floors, I forgot about the floor work I did. Actually, I still gotta finish the inside floors, which I we'll say I knew. But yeah, this thing is pretty well ready to go. I guess I gotta weld in those back patches, just the top little nice bit that I could put the sound deadening on. And then yeah, the trunk floor is mint. What a nice car, man. Anyway, that's the plan now. So we're gonna push this thing outside. So I gotta move 2 hot rods. My Black 57, no big deal. The hard top's out there. It hasn't run in about a week, so hopefully it'll start. It's a little chilly out this morning. But I guess we'll, look at that. I guess we'll just see what happens. I always love how cut up this car was, yet the door's still open and closed, the hood, like everything is just, the car stayed pretty square. Everyone always worries about all the bracing and stuff, but take your time and a little bit of measuring. It's just fine, just fine. So let's move some cars. We'll push this thing out, blow it off like crazy. Clean up the garage. I mean, I did a fair bit. I'm just gonna sweep up the center and we'll dump a bunch of water on the ground just so any dust and stuff that's on there, the water will hold it. We should be good on that. And then it's a pile of masking, which is boring. I don't know what we're gonna do under the hood here. All I really care about is, I guess, the subframe area, because this all has to be painted and stuff anyways. And I gotta get in here. And the inner fenders we could shoot. Yeah, I just want overspray on all my nice suspension stuff. I get the bodywork and the paint, it just takes patience and time, which I don't have. So with these cars, carry on. Okay, so the car's back in. I blew it all out like crazy, you know, and no matter how much you put compressed air in, there's still gonna be spots that are gonna get you. I think I'm gonna do, I have to run out and get some masking tape and a few little odds and ends. Plus we gotta let the car warm up anyways. It was outside for probably an hour. I'm gonna mask the windshield off. I think when it comes to here, all I'm gonna do is just mask around here, kind of like the lip, and leave everything open, and then just you know, maybe toss a bag or something over the steering wheel and column. But there's nothing inside here. I mean, the dash is FUBAR. You know, whatever. If we could overspray on some of this stuff, so be able to take it apart and clean it. It's not the end of the world. Same thing down here. I might just mask a little bit around and whatnot. I mean, I can almost just paint this too. I don't know. But just more some masking in here just to keep the junk out. I'll have to go in here with like a grinder after the fact and get some of this, you know, stuff out so we can glue the windshield in. Same thing with the trunk. I think what I'm going to do is just spray around the edge real quick, and then we'll just latch it, and it's going to be what it's going to be. Just so when the deck lid's closed, you won't see any blue or miscellaneous colors bleeding through. Obviously, we're not painting the bottom of the lid or nothing. I think I'll put it on the back tires. I'll probably take off, put on stands on the back tires just because they're so big. It'd be a hassle to mask them. And the fronts, you might just toss a garbage bag on. And same thing in here. I want to make sure the subframe and all the control arm, the steering and control arms are all covered. The firewall's irrelevant. I'll blast in here and I'll blast in here because all this, the front clip will come off and we can paint the firewall properly. The core support actually needs some rust repair, so I have to do that. So we'll take it apart and paint that before it all goes back on. But it's clean, it's new, it looks good, and I'd like to keep it that way. I've done it before where, I think on my Nomad, you know, you're painting and you get overspray all over the control arms, and it just looks terrible. And then you got to paint over it or whatever, and it's a hassle. But I guess that's maybe why you do body work before you assemble it painted. Who'd have thought? Anyway, so let warm up in here for a bit. I'm going to go run and get some parts, and we'll be back shortly. Hopefully masking and laying down a little shade. Okay, we're back. Picked up a few things. I just got like a drop tarp. So I tossed that over. I'm not concerned about the firewall whatsoever, really. It's going to get overspray on it, that's fine. I just want the suspension and the front frame horns and all that kind of taken care of. So that's that. I got this stuff here. I bought this on Amazon. Actually works pretty good. It's basically just drop cloth stuff, folded up a bunch. It's got tape on the end, so it makes doing windows real easy. And then we got some 2-inch tape, which, like I said, I'll probably just get in here and, you know, whatnot, and then around the window. I guess to kind of block it a little bit. Most of anything, it's just to keep the crap out of it, because the second you blast over a bunch of dust and stuff, it's in the paint job. So we'll do that. The front wheels are dialed. Worked out mint, actually. We'll have to pull the rear wheels, jack it up. I don't want it high, so I'll jack it up, pull the wheels, drop it down a little bit. Get everything masked, and then we'll just wipe it all down with some solvent. And I think that'll be about it. We'll start mixing up some paint. So I got the car in crooked, so I got a little bit of room. We'll drain the compressor so it's got no water in it whatsoever, and carry on. So let's mask this thing. Okay, we've got the heater cranked still, but everything is kind of masked. I want to leave the doors open because I want to do the jam. Stupid airline. I want to be able to do the jam real quick. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wipe the whole car down with some solvent. You know, get some, you know, whatever, if there's any junk left on it. Wipe that all down. We'll go and mix some paint up. Then we're going to jam it real quick and maybe put a quick coat on wherever there's a lot of filler, like the tail pan and stuff like that. Let that flash off. Then we'll do 2 coats on the whole car. Maybe have a little lunch. Let's wipe this down. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We got our paint, we got these mixing cups. I didn't have any big ones, so these are just 1 quart. So, bit of a hassle, but whatever, it is what it is. So we're gonna mix it. This is 4 to 1 to 1, so you gotta find what you want. So 4 to 1 to 1, so we'll fill this right up to the 6, and then we'll put catalyst 6 and thin it 6. And I also don't have any screens, so it will not be getting filtered. But does that really matter? Probably not. Okay, so dump this in. 4 to 1 to 1, 4, 5. Okay, there's 6 parts paint. This is the catalyst. So where are we at there? Bring this up to the 6. There we go. Then I used acetone the last video. It seemed to work out okay, so we'll try it again here. Mostly it's because it's what I had. Now the thing is, all these different thinners or whatever it is for the paint, it's kind of all about the flash time. So acetone kind of flashes off pretty quick. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it makes a difference. For this level of paint job anyways, it doesn't. All I have is the 1 paint stick. Went to Canadian Tire, and I asked for a couple paint sticks, and they said no. Can you believe that? Paint sticks. They don't sell them. They wouldn't give them to me. It's fine. I only spend a pile of money there every week. So we'll get this all mixed up, and I'll put on a mask. Got a brand new mask. And we'll just do the jams. See how that goes. I'm confident. Okay, I got about half a cup of paint. Brand new mask for paint. You guys all say the old guys that didn't wear it, wish they did. So I'm learning from your guys' mistakes, hopefully. I run. Oh, I got a lot of air pressure in this. I feel it recommends not much, but I like lots. So there you go. So there we go. I just want to get the jam. Not that it really matters, but I don't want to see the weld stuff. There we go. It's probably all that's going to get. Now back here, still in frame, I want to get around the deck lid. And same thing, that's probably what all we're going to do. We'll let that kind of flash off, and I'll actually close the trunk completely. We'll do the other jam real quick here, and then we'll come back. Man, this is some... I need like a camera guy, maybe. If only I was dating one. Danielle, not... well, whatever. All that done. There you go. That's that. Now I'm going to grab a little bit more paint, because I'm actually going to do... what am I going to do there? I want to do the back where there's a bunch of primer. Just so it's, I noticed on the hood, it kind of grabbed a bunch of the, soaked in the filler. Can I close this? So I want to get that done. We'll give it just an extra chance here. So again, hang on. So as I was saying, I wanted to get a quick coat of paint. Whew, there's some body work you'll see there. I wanted to get some paint where the filler is because it really absorbs it, I found. So the deck lid had a bunch down here, obviously where the quarters were joined, and then the tail pan, which is kind of ugly, but it is what it is. Otherwise we have a little bit on the roof, but not enough to be worried about. So I'm going to let this kind of, I'm just going to probably just close the door like that. It's going to be what it's going to be. I'll probably do the roof right quick and yeah, start kind of working. This has to flash off. So you already see that's where the filler was. So it just kind of dries different as it absorbs or whatever. So we got the door open, fan going. It's going to be as vented as it's going to. I figure if I do the roof, I start at the front, work my way back. By the time I get there, that'll be ready for its second coat. Then we can let it flash off for a little bit. I already have a second cup mixed. So we'll do probably 2, if not 3 of those. And that should be, well, that's almost a half a gallon. So hopefully that's enough because we'll have enough for one more coat after. So let's get set up and see how this works out. Hopefully the compressor isn't too annoying. Oh, painting is so stressful. You know, it's garbage. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Seems like it's going okay. I hope. Not bad. Okay, we'll just do this real quick. Glue down the sail panel. And then we'll do the other side. Yeah, okay. I think we're doing okay. Man, I'm mostly just talking to myself and you guys are here for the ride. It's black. Okay. We're definitely using a fair bit of paint for a, well, I assume it was a relatively small car, but oh, a little weird on this side. There must have been some dust. Oh well. We're committed now. At least I'm committed. Oh, spilled a bunch of myself. Okay, back at her. Trying to keep it, whatever, right angle to it. I struggle. Whew. That's low to the ground. Okay. Well, it's getting black, that's for sure. So I'm trying to do the fender, go a little bit into the door. I'll do the door, I'll go a little bit into the quarter, just to kind of keep it flowing. Whew. Uses a lot of paint, I guess that's what I'm doing, but stressful. Not bad. You guys probably want to see this. Actually, the car looks good in shiny black. Bodywork's not even that awful. It's pretty awful. Okay, let's see if we can get this. Not bad, buddy. Okay, let's see if I can kind of chase the edge here a little bit. But honestly, come on there. There's definitely some crap that came on the other side. Yeah, so as I'm painting, I'm gonna try and go in and kind of go at the door a little bit past whatever, so it all blends together, as opposed to stopping at each end, because then you end up with heavy coats, which may not matter on a flat black, but Cold War Motor said to do it. Pretty sure I just painted over dirt there. It's fine. It's definitely kind of hard to see painting black on black. The bottom of the rocker. I don't think I did the other side very good, but such is life. It's pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna let this kind of flash off. Obviously it's shiny here, and it's dull. We started on the roof. You can see it's starting to dull out. A little bit past this is when it's ready for a second coat, but honestly, it's shiny. It doesn't look awful. And when you're painting a flat color, the paint goes on wet, gives you the idea of, oof, how's that gonna look? But really, I don't think we're that far off how we just painted this thing to blue. It might have not looked terrible. Oh well, we're committed to this. This quarter's got a bunch of dents in it. This one didn't fit, and I kind of mangled it, so I didn't want to mess with it. So well, after that, we're obviously going to have some sanding scratches in it. But the real bummer, there was obviously some dirt right in here. I thought I blew it all out, but just shit happens. So it's a little speckly there. You can see again where there's some filler spots that'll need a second coat, obviously, but we'll let this kind of flash off. I'll mix a bunch of paint, so we're ready to go again. We got half a gallon. So perfect, really, because the hood's already done, and another coat on the car. When we come back, I will start by doing the inside here. Make sure I get the inner of the fenders and inside of this little valance, and we'll double check and stuff like in here. Unfortunately, this is where all the dust and crap, like this will all speckle out. So we'll start by doing that, but I'm thinking this black, flat black, it really blends together pretty easily, so it should look pretty daggone good after lunch. Okay, I got a full gun and 2 cups ready to go. Oh, you guys are all dusty. Did I make it better or worse? Sorry about that. I think what I'm going to do, the front clip is basically ready for a second coat, and then the roof, then we'll do passenger side and driver's side, so we end it over there. But first things first, I want to try and get the inside of all the spots I kind of missed, and hopefully not screw it up. Screw it up more. So we'll get in here, the insides of the fenders. kind of irrelevant, but when you're a perfectionist like me, people probably do this on a stand before it's on the car. Not this guy. I really like this product, I gotta say. I'll be definitely getting some more, maybe for the firewall and stuff. Okay, so we got that. Let's do this side. If there's any edges I want to make sure I get while I see them while I'm looking, as opposed to when I'm not looking. Okay. I think we're all good there. Oh, what a sharp looking car. After 700 hours of work. Yeah. I'll do both sides of this. What if I should do the center first and then we'll blend it into the fenders, eh? I'm getting okay at this painting thing. So you guys are all judging in the comments. Okay, so now it's kind of wet here on the edges. I'm thinking we can blend her all in. So I'm going to hold it 90 degrees. You know, the humor isn't lost on me that essentially I scuffed up this flat black, satin black factory coating to put the same color on. Okay. Not bad, shiny. You guys can see everything over here. Perfect. Okay. Oh yeah. Expert. Ah! Oh, blue shit everywhere. What the hell? Well, such is life. Okay, so we'll just do a sail pan. Wow, right at the end it blew all that garbage in there. Son of a bitch. Okay, we'll do the other side here. That's really unfortunate. I guess we'll have to like wet sand it. Wet sand and clear coat it. Is there a filler here I gotta worry about? Little spot there. Oh, that's extremely frustrating. So honestly, the rest, other than blue everywhere, is coming out shockingly nice. I mean, it's got some shit in it, obviously, but versus this side, we could damn near wet sand polish this thing shiny black. I don't know if anybody's ever done that, where you just shine up satin black. Oh well. Okay, I'm gonna start working fender to quarter, and we'll just work our way around. So we already have a little bit of the door done, so we'll kind of start right at the edge. Oh, I gotta run. Damn it. The wheels are coming off this thing. What a weird place for a run, too. Not even on a leading edge or anything. I don't know how well the rockers are going to be. It's hard to get in there. So back here, again, you can kind of see it. So we're going to put it on pretty heavy, and we might even come back for another coat. I'm going kind of across, I'm doing the tops of the, whoa, did I spill some? Got a big droplet there. Put on. We'll do the top of the fenders, kind of a couple extra coats, because there's a bunch of filler on it. Give her an extra once over. Okay. Same with down here. We had a fair gamut compressor. So I put it on pretty heavy again on the deck lid. Hopefully it'll soak in and do its thing. And again, we're kind of going over the tops of the quarters and the leading edge and all that, because there was filler there. Whew. The concentration here. Imagine if I tried this hard in high school. Probably wouldn't be doing this. Okay. This is the last panel. Well, I wonder if I should try and blend in a little bit more, or just let it do its thing. See where I missed, because now's the time to get it in there. I don't want to load much more paint on the trunk lid, but I think that's the part that's going to show through. I'm going to clean my gun, be right back. I have a little bit of paint left, but not enough for another coat. I ended up doing a third coat on the roof and the top of the quarters and the trunk lid. So we'll see. Obviously that's where most of the work needed to be done. The front here was just literally scuffing and painting on its already coat. So it's drying and it's coming out pretty good, I tell you. I'm happy. We'll let this kind of crank the heat. Oh, she's going. And the goal is in a couple of hours. Oh, a little washout here. It should look like this. So this is the hood I painted yesterday. The last video, so the whole car. Hopefully it'll look like that. I gotta say, this product is pretty good. Laid down good, covered really well. Can't go wrong. I mean, we used a full gallon on a Camaro, so if you're doing like a full-size truck or something like that, maybe you'd want another kit just to be on the safe side, like a long bed or a dually or something. But I think for any kind of hot rod, you probably got enough paint to let it rip. And we jammed it. Did the deck lid, did inner fenders, you know, and we didn't prime it. Priming it probably makes a big difference in how much paint there's to be used. But I'm gonna go have something to eat. We'll be back in a couple hours. We'll see what it looks like. Hopefully the same, but less shiny. So it's like a couple hours later. I'm ecstatic. I think the car looks fantastic. Like, it's got a bit of shine to it. The body came out pretty dang good. It's you can touch it, but it's kind of like if you put your fingernail in it, it'll leave a mark. So I want to unmask it just because I like doing that. Addicted to unmasking things. And then we'll put the wheels on just because it'll look cool. It's all about looking cool. And then we'll probably let it sit. It says, I think it was 16 hours, 18 hours, I forget what it was. Overnight basically, before we start really assembling anything. So I don't know if that'll be this video, next video, we'll have to see how it all works. But again, I know sometimes I work a It drives you guys nuts because I'll do something and then I'll work backwards and have to redo stuff. But for me, it's so important to have the car look like something and be excited to work on it. So sometimes you got to put it together just to look at it so it's cool. So
you can see the vision.
You can see the vision, yeah, and it keeps me motivated. I don't like losing steam on stuff. That's all gonna be a pain in the ass. So I think at the very least, we'll let it dry, maybe till tonight. We can put the back glass in, because that'd be kind of cool. And then, let's pull this through. Oh, water. Put the back glass in, we put the trim on. That'll be wicked. And I don't know if we'll put the door glass in, that probably will have to come down the road a little. But I know I let a lot of people down, but you know me, I hate letting the internet down or pissing them off. Because it wasn't the blue, but I gotta say, I already know I've won you all back over. Because it looks freaking badass.
Whoever did the bodywork on the back of the car, you did a great job.
Thanks, baby. Yeah, I had an amateur come in, and I made him feel good. You know, it's those amateur guys. You gotta make them feel good about the work they do. And then I touched it up off camera. The only thing that looks like crap is right here. There was some dirt. There's dirt in the paint.
Oh, yeah.
But that right there, the way she goes. I don't know if I'll be able to put this tire on, or if I have to jack it up. I forget what I did there. I don't want to knock the fresh paint, but I do want it to look cool. Oh yeah, we're good. Yeah. The old 4-lug. Come on. It's gonna get 2 lugs.
There's one right there.
It's gonna get 3 lugs. Perfect. I thought I had 4 actually. Oh, there it is. Somebody was hiding it. You got the cap behind you?
Gotta throw it at you?
Nope, dog dish. Boom. Let's do this side. Where did I put all the... Oh yeah, this side. The lug nuts don't match side to side. I need a bolt bin full of lug nuts. 1/2-inch studs. Ford junk. Ugh. It's kind of got movie car vibes. I feel like it's something John Wick would drive. Or a chubby long-haired Canadian. And his sidekick.
Yeah.
To the ice cream stand. Oh. Alright, this one's a pain. There we go. Look at that. Oh, is it cool? Where's the floor jack? There it is. I'm into this car now. I was kind of hating it. I wasn't enjoying the body work, and I wasn't enjoying the paint and all that, but I'm kind of... I just had that loose, I guess. Oh no, it mangled the paint.
Oh no, did it really?
Yeah. It grabbed it. You just marked it. Quit touching it.
Okay. I'm trying to zoom in for the viewers.
Everything's wet here. Somebody.
Remember I said, shouldn't we just wait till it's all dried before we do this?
Yeah, remember when I said I have to redo things and sometimes it's wrong and all that because I have to see the vision of it? Come on. That's what's happening. It has to look cool first. Oh, these big tires are a hassle. These wet floors. These are brand new clean jeans. They're already mangled. Yeah. Last little bit of tape here. Whew. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. We'll have to we'll let the heat go, crank it, and then we got some errands to run, but we come back. If we're real gentle, we could put the hood on it. We're doing the hood. Yeah, we're not gonna be gentle, but we're gonna put the hood on. The hood's definitely a different color, but I guess it's dried overnight, so hopefully this will match into it. Okay, well, we'll be back when we're back. It's been a little while longer. Definitely not enough time, but we're gonna get the hood and put it on. What are you doing there? This side I'll walk backwards. You can walk forwards. Even that's still iffy for you. We're gonna have to tilt it.
Okay, hold on. You gotta let me get ready.
You good?
Yeah.
Where's Mur?
You know what? I'm good enough.
You good enough? I'll give you that. Okay, gentle, gentle.
Okay, hold on. This is a very big step, and I'm small. Okay, you gotta back up.
Well, you said hang on. Okay, go around. Around. Now try not to touch the fenders because they're still kind of wet. Put the back down.
What do I do with my hand?
Okay, just leave it. Leave it, leave it. Okay, I got it. Yeah!
That honestly went way better than I thought it was gonna.
Holy moly, it looks cool. Look at this thing. That's pretty badass. Let's put the window trim on. You want to?
Sure.
Oh, I gotta find it. Maybe stop recording for a second while I find it. So, this goes smiley face, like that. I think we'll have to kind of... Now, a proper guy would clean the windshield of all the stuff. You wanna hold this? But instead, way she goes. This is definitely not for this. Okay, so obviously this is for the back window. I guess. What is going on here? Is that one the same? Okay. Label it. I would never do that. Does it go? Oh no. Oh, this is something else. This is definitely not what I need. Remember how I said we'd cut away while I find everything? They really DD speed shop that. Does this look better? Oh yeah, that's her. I organized it all. I put everything over here. That one. You know, people liked you in the last few videos. They think you're just so nice and endearing and
endearing.
All that. They don't know the truth that you're mean to me.
Okay.
Whoops. You know what it is? It's the looks behind the camera you give that no one else gets to see but lucky old me. You think she's just so nice and friendly and... Oh, you didn't watch up here. You probably mangled it. They really did say to wait till it was dry. Which
Thanks everyone for saying such nice things about me.
About being dry? What are you talking about?
No, about
Oh.
bonding skills.
Bond? Oh, damn it.
I really botched that, Dan.
No, I got it. I didn't Danielle it. Okay, hang on. Oh yeah, there we go. Just may need a hammer. Oh no. Look at it. Would you just look at it? I'd really like to put the rear window in. I have to clean this up. We'll give it another hour or two. And I'll get in there with the wire wheel. And we'll glue it all in. I got some window adhesive. Like even the door jambs, look at that. They came out nice. I didn't show that on camera because I just did it and slammed them, but they're all painted. Everything looks good there. I'll just stop touching it. I made it so much worse. Oh, there we go. It's the right amount of shine. I'm glad I didn't go flat black. This like suede satin. I was worried because in the pictures it looked like it was kind of light like this. Like I guess there was a light on it, like on the hood. But on the side it looks nice and dark. So it really looks cool like this. Yeah. Oh, I got taillights. We put taillights in it. Let's just put those in real quick. What way do you think? Must be backup light on the inside, I'd assume. Maybe they go this way. I would have thought oh, I marred it. Is that how they go? Maybe I'll wait till the paint dries a little and maybe look at one picture on the internet. Maybe these are 68. No, they say 67. All right, well, we'll leave it there for the time being. I will put the back glass in though. I want to glue it in, make it look nice, because that's cool. And I have a couple of these little clips to put in actually as well, so I gotta do that. Put the back trim in. Holy moly, it looks like a friggin' car. Like, it's amazing. I definitely am glad I painted it now so I can kind of mess with it and work with it and scratch it and beat it all up so it doesn't look quite so shiny and nice. It needs to look a little bit DD Speed Shop. Yeah. See you in a bit. Well, I was out moving cars around, just kind of putting stuff away. I wanted to put the rear trim and all that on this thing, but unfortunately, I have to end up wire wheeling in here, and my fear is I'm going to catch a lip or make a bunch of mess. You know, I also have a couple of little clips. I got to put a couple in there, whoops, for the trim. And, you know, the paint's still soft. I'm going to try and use my best judgment for once, which is pretty rare, but we're going to leave it for tomorrow. I also have to do a bunch of cleaning up in here. It's an absolute disaster. So we'll, next video or whatever, we'll put the glass in, we'll put the trim on. Maybe we can put the glass in the side, maybe some door handles, you know, see what we have for panels and stuff inside. We do have to get the tactile floor, but I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna leave that for a little bit. I'm just not feeling it, but we'll see. You never know what's gonna happen around here. The real goal was to get it all together so we can get the motor and transmission home. Now we can push this car off to the side, put the motor, transmission together, and slide her on in, and then you know, kind of keep on keeping on. The clock is ticking. I'd like to get this thing in the next 10 days or so running and driving under its own power. Whether, even if that's just hot wired for the time being, there's no lights, there's no grill, there's no nothing. It's still a running and driving car, and that makes my life so much easier. But thank you so much for hanging on for the ride. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I know I let some people down by painting it flat black as opposed to blue or any of those other colors, but now that I see it in this color and I see the body lines actually match up, there's not, I mean, there's a few little, you know, areas where we were kind of lazed out on. The hood, we have a different one. The roof turned out spectacular. Very happy with it. Honestly, the quarter panels are not too bad. Everything is decent. This area and in here, you know, that's a little goofy. For sure, it kind of curves out, but, you know, at this point now, if a guy really wanted to, you could spend a couple of weeks on this thing, or maybe next winter, really go through it and paint it really nice, and you have yourself a really nice hot rod. But we're in the business of getting them on the road, and this thing has come a hell of a long way from, we brought it home between Christmas and New Year's. Now here we are mid-March, and it's a rust-free roller that's all one color with not a whole lot of filler in it, and we have a driveline for it. It'll be on the streets before you know it. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.